3. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hey, everybody, it's Kat.
Keep rowing, Ma. Keep rowing. Keep rowing. We're on this lifeboat, okay? I can't see the haunted star anymore.
Oh, maybe we have escaped. Maybe we did get away.
Victor never saw us. Oh God. We were setting up for a fun haunted star live on location podcast, and Victor Cassadine show up and stole the dang ship. He had hostages. He had a baby. Whose baby was that?
I don't know. A poor little baby.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. I think I see the harbor. God, man, I hope nobody found a satellite phone or anything and is making all of this effort useless. Oh, geez. We could have just stayed still if we knew somebody else was going to come to the rescue.
Oh, I'm exhausted, Matthew. I'm exhausted. I don't know how much
longer. Oh, look, there's Holly. There's Holly Sutton. Holly, help. Hey, everybody. Hi. We're here coming to you live from a lifeboat in the Port Charles Harbor trying to get away. Oh, dear. I'm hyperventilating. I'm dizzy now. Oh, goodness. Oh, my gosh. How did everybody like all that breathiness so early in the morning? We'll take it down. Now we're going to get to the easy listening mode here on an ASMR Sunday, whatever day it is. Oh, gosh. So if you look to the right, you can see the Coast Guard frantically searching for a boat that they can't find. We're going to assume that Marcus Taggart is there. That's what Angela suggested on Twitter. Thank you, Angela, for that. That Taggart, he just knows what's up. He knows what's going on. Gotta turn myself up. Gotta get myself. Okay. Microphone issues.
From who?
What?
Who? From you? From me? From both?
Nah, from me. I gotta hold my little knob here in order to broadcast. Hang on a second. You talk about Marcus Taggart, okay? What are you disappointed? Tell me. Are you sad that he hasn't been in a single scene nor received a single phone call about all this craziness that's happening in Port Charles today?
Yeah, and you know the reason why? People have dismissed him because they don't think he's Trina's daddy anyway.
Yeah, Curtis is like, my daughter. And Portia's like,
huh? I know, right? Mark
should be there. He should be a part of it. He should be playing his role.
You know who really should be out there? The Navy SEAL, who's supposed to be so trained to be in water. Right?
Yeah, right. Didn't he get recruited in this whole Victor thing? Where is he right now?
He did.
Where's he right now?
He did.
How come Drew's not swimming through the harbor? Maybe it's coming up. Maybe it's coming up next week. Now that they know, now that Trina called on the satellite phone and made all of our efforts on this lifeboat useless.
Why'd she take that talkie? She shouldn't have done that.
Because she's young, she's inexperienced. This is her first adventure. A sprina venture. Sprina adventure. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's the new hashtag.
Sprina adventure?
So the new hashtag isn't Sprina adventure because it's not Sprina and then another A to start adventure. It's Sprina adventure. So I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it looks neat.
I would just say Sprina venture.
Sprina venture?
Yeah.
I think that might not, I don't know. See, I'm not a part of it. They have a whole Discord. They have a community. They are very organized people. Times Square advertisements and airplanes and all kinds of stuff. So clearly they've got chats going on outside of Twitter, and I don't know what's going on Nicholas Chavez's Zoom events that he has. He had that Patreon fan club thing that he's to kudos to Nicholas Chavez. All of those promises that he made on his Patreons, he's holding up to.
Well, that's good. He better.
Yeah, especially with some of the tiers out there. So 100% for sure there. There we go. Is this going to be fun?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to stop touching this thing.
Yes.
Is Nicholas on the boat too, asks Caroline. I don't know. Do you think that? I don't know. Because Victor doesn't have Nicholas. Victor thinks Nicholas is dead. But we know that he's on life support being held by Austin's family.
Yeah, but we don't know if Austin's family and Victor aren't in the same pocket together. We don't know that.
not yet. So now here, because that does lead me into this, because I did write this little note down, because on Thursday when Victor was going all over his James Bond villain plan, at this point Victor's just a Bond villain.
I listen. You know what? That was so good. I watched Thursday and Friday this morning. I watched Thursday over again too.
It's a good little two-parter, isn't it?
It is a good little two-parter. I watched them both this morning over again, and yeah, we finally. I mean, we didn't get any like big revelation that we did not think of. However, at least we got an explanation.
Yeah.
And Victor is just as batshit crazy as we thought.
Beep. Yes, he sure is. He sure is. He is just the most craziest of environmental terrorists. At least that's what I thought we were going with, because he's like, we've destroyed the world when it comes to our just humanity. Like, we need a reset. I'm gonna hit the reset button. And until he got into like, our contingency plan B, which is to release the coronavirus. Whoa. Is that where we're going?
It sounds like to me, it's like he wants to wipe out half of humanity.
Yeah.
He wants to bring the planet to 4. What did he say? 8 trillion or whatever. What did he say?
I have no idea, because we don't have trillions of people on the planet yet. But
we have more billions.
We got billions. We got like 8 billion.
Okay, so it's 8 billion. So 8 billion. He says he's going to take it back half.
Down to half.
Because humanity and the actual number of people has doubled since 40 years ago, and the first.
Gotcha. So freezing the world isn't going to be effective anymore.
Yes.
Now we've just got to kill them all off. And we're going to be fine. We're going to come up with a vaccine to keep everybody on this boat safe.
Yes.
Victor is Thanos. So Thanos was the big main villain from the Marvel Avenger movies. And his big thing was he was trying to get these magic stones to put into this glove that he had. And if he got all the magic stones and put in the glove, he could snap his fingers and erase half of all life in the entire universe. Because life was so hard to sustain. There was too much of it. We didn't have enough resources across everywhere, not just here on Earth, but everywhere. And so his grand plan was to just kill half of everybody. Everywhere.
Yeah, and I guess that's what Victor wants to do.
What Victor wants to do.
For the entire globe. Is kill half of everybody. Amazing. Not surprising. So he really didn't kidnap Liesel for himself as a partner in life, but as a physician, a scientist.
As a scientist, and also sort of like breeding stock to a degree. I kind of got that sense from him too. Like, life is going to have to go on now, Liesel. And who else are you going to be able to choose but me? Everyone else will be dead.
Yeah. He's so crazy, right? That he would think anybody would say, oh, yeah, great idea, Uncle Victor.
Spencer, I thought then when you walked on this boat, you'd be like, oh, grand idea, Uncle. Let's go off into the sunset together. Oh, goodness gracious, Victor. I'm going to miss him so much because Charles, honestly, he's not hiding it. We all know he's on. This is it for Victor. However the story winds up, Charles Shaughnessy is off contract, and it's no secret. He's not keeping it secret. The show's not keeping it a secret. We all know what's up anyway. We know how General Hospital goes. We go at a plodding pace until it's time to get there, and then we're going to get there in a week and say goodbye.
Yeah, at most... Two.
Like Ryan plodded along, boom, 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 and then a week, done. Shiloh plods along, then boom, done. It just kind of happens. So
you know what I love? You know what I love about it? I love that slowly, day by day, all these different camps are coming together.
So this is something that James Lett Jr. on his show has talked about for a long time now, and this is what they call an umbrella story. A happening that happens on a soap that pulls all of your different character groups and all of your different stories into one fold. Whether it is a natural disaster or, any sort of number of different things could cause this. In this case, it's Victor's grand plan. And yes, you're right. Every couple of episodes, we get more and more people drawn into this thing. And at the end of this week, Chase is sitting down for his big review,
Mm-hmm.
to get reinstated into the Port Charles Police Department. Dante's already on the case. Clearly, Chase is going to get his job back, get thrown right into this thing,
Yep.
which is going to pull
Yep.
Brooklyn into it to some degree, at least in an emotional stance,
Yeah.
And then Victor also said something as well, while he was going off and on and on and on and on, too, about collecting supporters. And these supporters, I
Yes.
guess, are on the way or already there or something like that.
Yeah. So he's got this big cult following.
Yes, and I think that this is going to be a grand opportunity if they did it. I don't know if they will, but this is an opportunity for them to, reach into like some sort of villain of yesteryear. Maybe this is where Olivia Jerome is. People have been
Well, I
begging
think that
for it.
I think they're going to make it to this location.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to make it to wherever this bunker is,
Yes.
and there's going to be a surprise person there.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so.
I think there'll be a bunch of dead Cassadines there. Actually, I really do.
Ooh! I did read or see something about maybe Constance Towers being involved in something at some point.
Whether it be by like some I mean, one of those silly things with Obi-Wan, you were our last hope, one of those things.
Little hologram.
Yeah, a hologram. Or it's going to be, like she had the Cairo done to her all this time. And, it's just, they might as well jump in, okay? It's already ridiculous. Ice Princess from 40 years ago, which I am loving, you
Yes,
guys.
yes.
I'm loving it.
I hope we make it to this island. I really do. I don't want this to
I
wind
want to
up.
make it to the island.
I don't want this to wind up finishing out on the Haunted Star, but there's still a part of me that recognizes and realizes that the GH budget is this big, and while this is the 60th anniversary and all that kind of stuff, I just don't know what they could actually really be able to pull off. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I am hoping for some really cool stuff, though. I'm hoping for the chat is going off. Jerry Jacks, Peter, Shiloh could be there. Any Helena, but is Helena dead or alive? Olivia Jerome is in prison, sure, but maybe she's got a body double. Any number of things can happen. You know what I want to see though? I want this to get so wackadoodle. Okay, by the end of this thing, I want there to be the weather machine on that island too. Okay, that way they can like freeze Victor alive, like he just gets frozen in a block of ice like Han Solo.
Wouldn't that be great? That would be hilarious
I
too.
want that kind of ridiculousness. I also want them to have digitally downloaded all of Helena's memories, and I want them to put them into Esme's brain, so Esme becomes the new Helena. Like Helena in a younger body. Like, oh god, and Avery Pohl could pull it off so well too. I want it. Fido, I don't know if you're going to join us today, but if you watch the playback, tell Frank Valentini that just put digital memories of Helena into Esme for me, okay?
If we're going to go back, well, obviously we have gone back to this ridiculous Ice Princess story from 40 years ago. And if you go back and watch where Luke types in Ice Princess at the last second and saves the day, we're going to need some garbage like that.
Yeah. But this time, the new Luke and Laura clearly is Spencer and Trina. And I know that Daisy is already on Sprina overload, but I'm sorry, Daisy, but we are clearly heading full force into the summer of Sprina.
Yes, we are.
This is going to be the summer of Sprina, and we are just getting started here at the dawn of spring. So
I think, and I do think that I think Trina will be discovered on the boat. Don't you?
Yeah, well, yes, definitely, but yes, something's gonna go wrong.
Discovered on the boat.
They're gonna hear the walkie that she stole or something because she doesn't have it quiet enough because she's a novice. She doesn't, she left the satellite phone, but she still needs something, right? There's more than one of these.
But like her parents were saying, she's a brave girl.
Oh yes. Well, I mean, admirable
girl.
qualities from one Miss Trina. To just follow Spencer onto this boat and to just throw herself right into this thing. Like there's no she is not a damsel in any way. She came charging into that room being like, okay, how are we getting off this boat? Not, oh my god, Spencer, oh dear. And he's not like, shh, it's gonna be okay, darling. It's not an 80s story, is it?
None of that. And in fact, she's the one reassuring him. He's going to be all right. We can do this.
I'm actually,
Oh,
I
I
honestly,
loved
I
it.
mean, I mean, that's just so much that's going on. I can't even form words about just the epic week of General Hospital that we
No,
had.
I loved his diversion when he grabbed Liesel too.
Yeah, and then like Victor knows that Spencer's not a killer too, so he's just like, but it served the purpose. It's exactly what they needed to
Yeah.
do, so Trina could do her business.
Yes.
Poor Liesel though. I mean, she's so trapped in the middle of all of this Cassadine craziness.
Yeah. she and she cracked me up. She was just like, and Spencer's like, well, I can tell she's not here on her own free will.
No, not at all. She's just totally trapped in this thing. She's like, I gotta get my bone marrow in the morning. I mean, this really sucks. Daisy's more interested in Victor. He can leave Sprina on the boat. But what? The Victor stuff is just as interesting too as the Sprina developments, I think. Melissa says that Sprina is a classic soap coupling, and she's personally digging it. JG wants Sam to be added to this story. I think that Sam is distracted with Cody, and I'm not sure that she's going to be linked into it. And that is a failing for General Hospital, okay? Because they really, even though the Cassadine women have distanced themselves from the family and all that kind of stuff, they're just like, why are they not a part of it?
Exactly. Why is Victor so stupid? Okay. Okay. You're saying so you are in your own demented mind saving the Cassadines.
Right.
Well, the ones you're saving don't have a uterus.
Yeah.
Okay. The way to really save them Cassadines is to save the ones with the uterus.
I get that. Alexis told Spencer, we did a lot to separate ourselves from the family to a point where they don't even know we exist, type of deal. I know that we've spoken to it on the show, but gosh, it's just a ripe story ground that they don't go to, of them, yes, being separate from everything, but in situations like this where it's some huge epic world changing story, essentially, and for Sam to not be like, oh, Drew, we gotta hop on a boat right now and go stop my crazy uncle. It's missing, and it's clearly missing.
Yes, it is missing. I know the Cassadine women have like separated themselves for for their own to stay okay, but at this point, but at the same time, they don't realize that they know he's crazy as all get out, but they don't realize that he's going to like pretty much try to kill everybody.
No. But I think that they should still be invested and involved, more so than being like, well, I'm just going to report on it. I'm a news reporter. Yeah. I'm going to, plus we have adventuresses. We have adventurers. Let me not gender things.
Not so much Alexis, but they're right about Sam, because Sam is an adventurous in the past. She totally has been.
She should throw that leather jacket on and be like, hey, Drew, I need you to access Jason's memories and we need to go blow something up.
Exactly. I don't think we're going to get that.
No, which is unfortunate.
And look that way.
Lulu owns the boat, shouts Bonnie Honey. Lulu does own that boat, but Lulu's not really in control of what's going on with her assets.
The Spencers right do own the boat, though.
JG goes,
the Spencers own the boat.
Spencer is on the boat. No, not Drew, shouts JG. The Cassadine women and TJ. Sure.
How about both of them?
Yeah, why not everybody? Let's just include everybody. All right.
Yeah.
I feel like Anna's going to have a miracle recovery and hop out of that bed by Tuesday.
Well, they already told her they expect her to make a full recovery. And let me tell you, I know you all feel the same way. Manola and James Patrick Stewart. Oh my gosh, you two. Aren't you the best freaking actors I've ever seen? My goodness, they are both so good. And those, oh my gosh. I mean, their love for each other and the chemistry they have and the love for each other is at sprina level. They're just old, that's all. They're just older. But they do have that Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was so good. I thought JPS, he really plays heartbreak and so well.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
and I love the scene where when they kissed each other's hands.
yeah,
Oh man,
they
they're
really love
so
each
I
other.
loved it.
The realness that James Patrick Stewart brought to it honestly was almost too much for me. Not to a point where my heart was breaking and I was wanting to cry and stuff, but 4 solid days of this legitimate heart ripped in two portrayal of what's going on in Valentin's life just kind of left me like emotionally fatigued after a while, where I just didn't want to see it anymore. Not because it was bad, but because it was so good and so real that it was like watching somebody truly go through an experience like
Yes,
this,
the
and I
way
just didn't want to continue to see it.
the way he's able to like shudder his breathing in between sentences of like,
Hmm.
you
Yeah,
know, like yeah.
yeah.
I kind of equate it almost to a child when they've been crying a lot and they can't stop, what my parents called snubbing.
Hmm. What
That kind of stuff.
I know what it. I lived it in my youth with my sibling who would just
Yes.
for an hour, for an hour. I know it. I know it. I know it. What a dramatic little girl
But he's able to do that. He's
while
able to do
speaking.
that, and he doesn't look like he's acting when he
Mm-mm.
does it. It's
No,
lovely. I
no,
loved
no,
it.
no.
I loved it,
It's
and I
just,
loved her too.
it's so good, and it's just also fun slash funny to see during like a daytime soap opera thing because it's so real and so accessible and so legitimate, surrounded by all of this like scenery eating Victor scenes where it is just the most ridiculous of like 80s, like late 70s 80s soap villain, you know. You could stick him right there with Billy Clyde Tuggle, you know. Just
Yes.
when it comes to
Yes.
just the grandioseness of the evil that this person is. And it's fun. It's so fun. So they've kidnapped
He
Ace. I
reminds me of
Yeah.
the nemesis in Dudley Do Right in the cartoon, you know?
uh,
The twirling of the mustache kind of stuff, you know? I'll get you, my pretty kind of thing.
JPS is the soap hub performer of the week. Okay, very
Yeah,
good.
he should be.
Genie asks, "Where's Robin?" She's in California, living her own life, far away from what's going on in Port Charles. Genie hated Billy Clyde, and you're supposed to. You're supposed to hate Billy Clyde Dougal.
You were supposed to laugh at him and hate him.
Hate him and hate him. Leanne says that Selena Wu, Trina, and Liesel will be the heroines, girl power. And that is going to be super fun because Curtis was all like, hey, Jordan, if you're not going to spring into action right now, then
Mhm.
I'm going to find somebody who can. And I don't remember who was like, oh, what are you going to do? Call Sonny and Selena? I don't remember who said that, but
It was Jordan.
Jordan. I love it, though. I love that. I love that. I want the
I say,
tension. I
why not?
want more of that. Give me more of that, poor Charles. That's what I want from Jordan. I want her to be in people's faces and be like, oh, so you're going to call your criminal friends then? I know what's
Mhm.
going on in your back room. I just never said anything.
Yeah, and then she kind of got on Laura's butt too, huh?
Well, I mean, they were acting independently without including the commissioner of the police in their activities and keeping people alive and pretending that they're dead and getting people thrown off of bridges by pimping them out to Victor, essentially, you know?
Well, you know, Mama Cat's not the only individual that has realized that they are a bunch of bumbling bobbies, and perhaps they don't have the cannolis or the smarts.
See, well, when it comes down to it, they only have three cops on the force anyway. They got Mac, they have Jordan, and they have Dante currently, and that's pretty much it.
Pretty
They
much.
really need to reinstate Taggart. They need to reinstate Chase, and they need to portray the PCPD as fair, smart, just, and correct, more so than they have in the past. I think definitely some attention needs to be paid to that. Hey, Jacarius, we have been well. It's been a very fun, exciting, full energy episode so far.
That sure has. Hey, you want to just be normal for so Portia and Curtis, they start forgiving one another, and it looks like they're going to get back together. And there's going to be that Jordan right up in Portia's face. he tried to kiss me. He tried to kiss me. Watch.
Really though, I do think that at this point Curtis really does just need a new person. He needs a new person. I mean, I guess he'll
He does need a new person, and he needs a new person that he didn't bump uglies with 20 years ago.
I guess
Right?
now yes, I don't know. It seems like he and Portia are sort of on the way back to reconciliation.
Well, then we'll see. We'll see how they react. Yes, because there's a crisis right now. So
Yeah.
when this all, finishes, where's that going to leave Portia and Curtis? Are they going to continue to possibly go down the road of reconciliation, or are they going to stay? And just that bonding was just under crisis, and then it's going to be gone.
I don't know. I guess time is gonna have to tell. We'll have to see.
Yes.
But I would like to see Jordan. Well, yeah, Jordan too. But I'd like to see Curtis and Portia and Jordan just kind of get away from each other romantically. This isn't a triangle I'm necessarily invested in.
So do you not? Do you just not care if Portia and Curtis get back together or not?
No, I don't. I mean, I wasn't really sold on their relationship to begin with. I just accepted it for what it was because that's what that's what they were doing. That's what the story was. So they were together, but I wasn't necessarily sold on it. I didn't necessarily buy their reunion from their affair from before, and I just and then like the love that they have for. I just never bought it. That's all. So I'm not particularly invested in the couple. So they could be done. That's fine. And I think it would benefit the characters too. Just in my opinion. I'm sure there's plenty of fans out there that are really invested in and really like it.
I'm sure there is.
Sure there is. So, no hate toward you guys. You enjoy it. You're getting what you want. So, hey, I'm getting what I want in other places. So I'm going to be happy with the show overall. And I'm not going to say they're doing wrong. So, hey. Who's this, Ma? Can you see it?
Not really. Oh, that's Chase.
That's not Chase.
Well, who is it?
That's Spencer in a towel, Mama.
Who?
That's Spencer.
Oh, that's Spencer in a towel. Well, I'm just so used to seeing Chase in a towel.
I know. I understand.
Well, he looked pretty good.
What a year it makes, he's kind of, if you take a look at what his introduction scenes, like when he first met Trina, getting some sun in Oscar's Meadow or wherever it was, to now. I mean, I guess it's 2 years. I don't know. It's been a while. Whatever. He saw himself on TV and went, I need to bulk up.
They probably have a gym there, don't they?
You would think, I bet it seems as though he can afford things now.
Well, I hope so.
So he might just have a personal trainer. He's also, young and the internet exists. He could have just bought some sort of program online. I don't know.
Well, maybe he's doing Steve Burton's program. Who knows?
Maybe. Well, that'd be an interesting little tie-in. Chandra got it right away. Spencer in a towel. I do this because Jacarius had mentioned that he can't get his eyes off of it. He just enjoyed it so much seeing Spencer Cassadine out there in a towel for no other reason than to have a scene where Nicholas Chavez doesn't have clothes on. I can't really understand any other reason on the earth. It had to be that. He could have come out of that bathroom with a toothbrush in his mouth and been like, "Oh, hey, Uncle Victor, I didn't realize you had walked in."
Yes. They are opportunistic for doing that with Nicholas Chavez taking off his clothes, just like they are with Ace and Dante too.
All of these people just in the chat drooling over this 20-year-old. My goodness.
Well, he does look kind of good.
They need to spring Heather and add her to the rescue party. Okay, Chandra.
Oh, what they need to spring. Oh, you know who I would love to see, like the double doors pop open? It's like another uncle.
Cyrus?
Yeah.
Uncle Cyrus. And then Marty comes in with a Derringer. Just a Derringer, like a little tiny little one-shotter. Just.
Well, they have,
I keep this in my briefcase.
Help their sister. They're gonna go help their
Ugh.
nephew and their baby sister.
I heard a little rumor, and I haven't seen Angela in the chat, so I don't know if she's joined us this morning because she's missed confirmation. But I
Yeah.
heard a little rumor that Cyrus is coming back to the canvas soon, but to take on the absence of a primary villain. Because if Victor's
Uncle
gone, we
Victor.
don't have a primary villain anymore.
Yeah.
Because this is one of the few rare times, folks, that we don't have two villainous stories happening at one time. So, I don't know. But then again, this could be like if
what you
Wu gets
consider a villain
involved.
story. Depends on what you consider a villain story to a certain degree. Even though it's a lot different, a lot different, a lot much smaller scale too. Gladys is a freaking villain now.
Oh, but she's not big villain. I'm talking big villain. Like there was Shiloh, and then Peter was introduced, and then Peter, and then Cyrus was introduced. So we kind of always had like an overlap of like big bad guys, and we don't have an overlap of a big bad guy right now. So
yeah, but their Gatlin Holt could wind up with a big bad guy real quick.
So I mean, I guess we're gonna have some sort of something come from this story. Finally, we're gonna have something come from a story. Oh man, I don't mean to be negative, but usually things just return to the status quo. But maybe we're not going there this time. Maybe we're gonna make some sort of revelation. Alex is there, something that just launches us into the next couple of months of content.
Yes.
Because, I don't know. Gregory's going to die and Esme remembers everything. I don't know. Oh, goodness. Wouldn't it be the SHIT if Esme was the one to rescue them all? So Esme's going to jump into her own little rowboat and try to get out there because they have Ace. Curtis is going to recruit Selena. So then her, like, really tall, handsome bodyguard is going to go out there or something. Yuri's gonna find out what's happening. He's like, I used to be a bodyguard. I need to go out there and do something. I can't just let these people suffer. Stay here, Terry, and be safe. And he'll go out there,
I like all of that stuff, Matt. Why not?
Michael and Willow are gonna be at their homemade altar. Do you take Michael? Yes, Michael. Do you take Willow? I can't. I need to get out to the haunted star. And then he go, like I just Dex has to get out there.
Obviously, Michael and Sonny are going to make up.
Yeah,
I just need you to know that I'm here for you. Just get you whatever you want. Whatever you need, I'm here for you as a dad.
I hear ya. I hear ya. The ghost of Kiki Jerome will return to save the day, says Leslie. Yes. Yes. This
Maybe
is what
she's
I
on
mean.
the island.
This is the 60th anniversary. Okay, we can do whatever we want, and I hope that phrase was said in the writers' room. This is the 60th anniversary. We can do whatever we want. Ghosts, reincarnated spirits, digital memory swaps, reanimated corpses. I know it's a little Days of Our Lives, but it's working out for them. They got a 2-year renewal. A 2-year renewal. You know how rare it is for a soap to even hear that they're going to continue?
No.
And nowadays it's like, oh crap, we have 2 years to plan for. Can you imagine the structure that they'd be able to bring to their stories, knowing that they have 2 years to tell their stories? And not just going, well, we need to, and just, we could get unplugged at any time. So, hey, let's just kind of get there, 2 years to plan it out.
Well, I think the writers, and I think General Hospital is just a unit, have done that. Have said anything goes right now.
Yeah.
Because of the 60th. And I think, all of this going back to 40 years ago, that's just for us fans. For the life, for the long-time viewer. The ones that loved all the adventure stuff from the 80s. It's all for us.
I mean, Felicia's getting Holly. Oh my gosh, I do hope this does go another 2 weeks. I want it to go. I know it's ridiculous, but I want it to go another 2 weeks.
I think it needs to go at least 2 weeks, maybe even 3. And if it's this kind of programming we saw in the last week,
yeah,
I don't mind if it lasts another 3 weeks because it's going to be good.
I'll make a reference to something that isn't wrestling, but something else that I really enjoy, and that's Star Trek. Okay, Star Trek Picard this season has been so amazingly great because of the structure that they gave the season and the amount of fan service and just nostalgia that they've baked in there, but also made quality. Like they turned it into the story, but it's also like so drenched in
Mm-hmm.
nostalgia of, Star Trek The Next Generation that it's
Yep.
so good. It's good to somebody who doesn't know, but it is flipping phenomenal to somebody who does know. So I'm getting similar,
Especially someone like you, huh,
especially
man?
somebody like me. I mean, no, big spoiler alert here. When they all got onto the original set of the bridge from The Next Generation, even though they're all 70, wrinkly and gray now, I was like, why is this the last 2 episodes? We need another 10 of them just standing on this set alone.
Mm-hmm.
They brought the old ship out, ma. Anyway, but I'm definitely seeing some of these little tie-ins, not tie-ins, but similarities of what I really liked about the depiction of Star Trek this season with the depiction of what's going on just this week when it comes to the nostalgia-filled, fan-servicey adventure romp set in today's setting with today's characters, but with like this cross-generational interaction of just like, well, we're all involved in the story. You're bringing the experience, we're bringing the young bodies that can still jump and flip.
Yeah.
And all together, we're just making really good TV. And I'm here for good TV, folks.
Me too.
How much you want to bet they drag this story out all summer long? I don't think it's going to go that long.
I don't think so either.
I think that we're probably definitely within the last month. I hope it's not the last week. And Charles Shaughnessy has said that it is quite the send-off. Like, he's very happy with what goes on during this story to send Victor away. Me personally, I kind of want him to escape with Ace for years.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen with the baby. I wouldn't be surprised at the end of it, though. There's no Uncle Victor in a body bag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
I want Tasha Yar to save the day. Yes, Chandra. I want Denise Crosby to show up. She also has a Derringer. I just need to see Derringers. That's all. I just need to see tiny little guns. That's what I want to see. Probably May sweeps. Okay, I'll take May sweeps. I'll take 8 weeks of this. I mean, how long was the MetroCourt thing? Was that a solid month when they blew it up?
Yes.
If we've done a solid month of one
be.
hostage situation, I think we can do a solid month of the haunted star crashes into this island, and then we have to fight through the island to get to the bunker, and then fight in the bunker. Like I'm with this.
Totally makes sense for it to conclude during May sweeps.
When is May sweeps? Can you guys give me a week, please? Through May sweeps for sure, says Krista. So when was the last sweeps? Was it February? They're once every 3 months? Is it once a quarter?
Hmm.
Okay, so the last one was. I
believe so.
So the last one was what? January? December?
No, I think it was February. I do.
Oh, February sweeps. Okay. March, April, May. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Oh goodness, no. February sweeps was wedding stuff, wasn't it? Wedding and parentage.
Trina finding out that, all the wedding stuff and all that. Yes.
Sprina on a deserted island summer. There we go. With the summer of Sprina, maybe we'll get that. They both have to find a way to survive. Lost style with a smoke monster.
Well, that would be kind of fun, actually.
Then Nina has to show up and save the day there because she's got experience. February, May, July, and November, says Carolyn. Thank you. Okay. Fido said that they last week just wrapped up filming through May 15th, says Chandra, reminds us. Yes, I think that he said that too. So whatever's going on in sweeps, they're done now. And if Shaughnessy is saying, I liked my send-off, all that kind of stuff, it kind of lines up with, seems like maybe the beginning of May. Yeah. Leading into sweeps.
It'll be very interesting to see who finally gets his butt.
They all do.
Gosh,
it's like Julius Caesar.
It could be like a dozen different people.
Everybody gets a stab. I don't know.
Now,
Jason
it makes
shows
sense, though. It makes sense that the Spencers, including Spencer Cassadine, would be the ones to get him.
Yeah.
Or give me that 15 seconds of Luke stabbing him. I don't care.
He just sends in cell phone footage of him going, "Ah!" And then there's a splice between the two.
Oh, and they did some flashbacky stuff too, and I like that too.
Yeah, they did the little flashbacks, and that was nice. Showing why Laura would know the layout of the haunted star.
Yes.
Oh, I was held hostage there too. I kind of can
Know what to do in this situation.
Yes.
back when it was
And
called the
saying that
Titan.
saying that are you in the control room? Saying that to Trina, and
Yeah.
her able to read off the coordinates and
Mhm.
stuff, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And I was looking at. Oh, God, I did watch it twice. Like I said, I was looking at that set, looking for that thing that we saw on the tour map.
You love that little light control box. Maybe at the end. Bye, Kelly. Thanks for a gender reveal. Enjoy it. Bye. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh gosh, it's so fun, and I don't know. I want them all. Yes, I want them all to wind up on an island and just nonsense, just craziness, and I want it all to be there.
Mhm.
But that's not all that happened this week. Not just all grand adventure with Victor and everybody. We also had the grand reveal, another grand reveal, a huge reveal, one that I was not expecting to see ever on General Hospital, and
What's
that is a dark-haired Maxie.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah, you like that change?
I do. I
I
did
feel
like
they
a
should have
dark
said
Maxie.
something about it, though.
Huh?
I feel like they should have said something about it, though. Like, oh, Maxie, I love your
But
hair.
they kind of did.
Oh, did they?
They kind of
I
did,
guess I missed
because
it then.
when Maxie walked in the house
Mhm.
with Brooklyn, she says, "I'm here. I had to leave early and not get my deep treatment."
Oh, I see. I don't know what that. I guess I just missed it because I don't know what that means.
Well, she had to leave the hairdresser early, and she didn't get her
Hi,
deep.
Chandra.
Yeah. So they did actually.
Chandra's leaving. She's got to get Comet, Annabelle II, and Roxy ready for their adventure to save the world. Thank you, Chandra. Got to get the animals.
Hi,
involved.
Chandra. Thanks for coming, babe.
Maxie's hair is dark red now, right? Dark red? I don't know if it was red
Yeah,
or.
it's got some red undertones.
Okay.
It does have red undertones, and you could really see that too, standing there alongside Brooklyn, because
Mhm.
Brooklyn does not have red undertones.
Gotcha.
And Maxie does, and yes, you could really see them. Yes.
Okay.
But I liked it,
Yeah.
and I think Kirsten Storms is a brunette anyway. I think that is her
I have
more
no
natural
idea.
hair color. I do.
Melissa says it's a mahogany brown or chestnut.
Yes, it is.
Looks dark brown. I think she's a natural brunette, says Amelias, backing you up there, Ma. So I have no clue. I don't know. I think
I think she is.
I think the amount of people in the world that are naturally blonde are actually pretty few and far between. Especially, if you're not a child anymore.
I think you're right, because there's a large amount of us that are blonde as toddlers and 5-year-olds, but by
Mhm.
the time we're 12, we're brunettes.
Yeah, or it just gradually
Happens to
just
most blondes, actually.
darkens over time and then grays and falls out.
Exactly.
Oh goodness, it looks dark brown. I think she's a natural. Oh yeah, I already said that, Amelia. Hey, Amelia.
I think I liked it. I liked it. It makes her hair, well, and I find this to be true with everybody. If you go brunette, it makes you look like you have more hair. Your hair looks thicker if it's brunette.
That makes sense.
And then her hair does look thicker.
When I got my hair cut, the barber said, "Oh, your hair is very fine." I said, "Well, thank you." What else do you
Yes.
say to that?
Fine. Yeah, it's fine.
She goes, "No one," because I said, I struggle with product, I put a little, something in there, and then I just have hair all over my hands, and it doesn't do anything. And then she's like, "Oh, well, your hair is very fine. Most product just isn't going to work for you." And I'm like, "Oh, I wish I had learned that like 20 years ago." And then now I have this
Do
powder.
you have any recommendations for you of some things that would work?
Now I have this powder.
What the heck is that, man?
It's a wax powder. So instead of
Oh,
getting like the
you know what?
pomade that's all sticky and put it all over your hands and
Yeah.
stuff, it's a powder that you just sprinkle into your hair and just kind of
Yeah.
add it in. And then it works better on the fine hair because it's not ripping it all out of your skull because it's all so tiny, and it just kind of binds and it works.
Oh, awesome.
There we go. Tangent. That's why it looks like this. But it's also still flexible. It's not like helmet hair.
Yeah, not like helmet
Yeah.
hair.
The Metro Court was more engaging, complains Daisy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe we're going to get to more engaging stuff, but I also think they had more money accessible at the time. Or they did a really good job of spending all that money on one explosion that they used and they used and they used and they used.
A lot
and
more
they
money
used.
back then. Just remember that the whole train thing underground. There was Manny there, and that's when and Manny was there, the criminal dude. He was good too. And Alexis had Molly
Yeah.
down there,
Yeah, all that
gave
stuff.
birth to Molly down there,
Yeah.
and Rick had to help her.
All that craziness, all that crazy fun stuff.
That was good stuff.
What did Willow call Yuri again? That nickname killed me. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember what Willow called Yuri. Mr. Handsome. You know what would make this anniversary better, says Kaiwan? If they get the band Coheed and Cambria to do Jesse's Girl Part 2. I guess Coheed and Cambria did a sequel to Rick Springfield's Jessie Girl.
Oh.
And Jesse and Rick Springfield was involved, I guess, in some sort of way, or at least did the music video or something. But he supported, you know, and I think it's Coheed and Cambria. I think that's what Kaiwan was trying to say, at least.
Well, I haven't heard it, but I'm interested in hearing it.
I could be wrong about this. So tell me if I am or not. You know, yell at me in all capital letters in the comments. But I think it's about like, you know, but it doesn't work out. Like I got Jesse's Girl, but good God, this was not a good use of my time. It's kind of the point of the song. Just kind of being fun about it.
I'm giving back Jesse's Girl. I'm giving back Jesse's Girl. She ain't no good for me.
Oh, Carolyn
But
says
I know I
that
haven't
they're
heard it, but I'm
disappointed.
interested.
Yeah, I don't know. And again, I could be wrong. Maybe they lived happily ever after. I don't know. Daisy wants Victor to escape. Carolyn is so far disappointed. She thinks Frank Valentini could have done better. You know, Carolyn, I think that we're just getting started. So maybe maybe you're wrong.
Maybe it is going to get better, like on Monday.
Maybe it's already amazing, and we just haven't gotten there yet. Krista says that was nearly 20 years ago, I guess, was the Metro Court thing. That makes sense. I felt like I was a young person. I felt like I was a pretty young person at the time.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that also means Laura Wright's been on the show for a very long time.
Laura Wright has been on for a long time.
On longer than any other Carly, that's for sure.
Yep, by a lot now.
They should do Jesse's Girl, but instead Jesse doesn't want his girl anyways. He wants Rick Springfield. Oh, goodness gracious. On Days of Our Lives, Kristen Storms was a child blonde. I remember her being blonde when she was on the Disney Channel as well. So this really is, you know, the look that she has cultivated for her acting career has been blonde and has been forever. So this is a pretty big change. Just like when Liesel Obrecht let her hair go lighter.
Yep.
Which is her natural
way
of looking.
That is her natural hair.
Yeah. So
well,
I'm with it.
I think they've kind of revamped Maxie in the way she looks in the past week, not only in her hair, but her wardrobe has changed as well.
Maybe, you know, I think that maybe they're just spending more time on it. I don't know. Maybe people have complained enough on Twitter for them to finally say, okay, let's take the sweaters off and put her in some style.
And well, they kind of have to too. It's not winter anymore. You can't be Maxie in a big old sweater.
It's true. It's true.
You know?
It's true. Yeah, you're right. You're totally correct there. I don't know. I don't know fashion. I threw this on just because I didn't want to be wearing a t-shirt this time. That was all the thought that I put into my wardrobe today. Was just I didn't feel like putting on a t-shirt.
You just wanted to have a collar.
Felt like a collar would be better. You know, like I at least thought about going out there for literally the entire world to have the potential to see if they wanted. You know, maybe I shouldn't just be in some sort of like worn out t-shirt that I've been wearing all weekend. You know?
No one complained before, Matt.
Oh, goodness gracious. No, everybody comes for my charming personality and my excellent beard. That's what they all come for. What else did I write down? You know, we got romance. We got Chase and BLQ. I mean, I guess they'll get back together at some point, but who cares?
Well, I'm a little more invested than I was. I thought this week was good as far as BLQ and Chase. I thought it was good.
I think it's finding a little more legitimacy.
I'm pulling for them a little bit more. know what's cute too? I would go back to Valentin and Anna in the hospital. I thought it was cute that she asked about Lucy getting away and how she made this grand entrances into the nurses' ball, and Anna just kind of giggled and said, "Well, of course she did." It was cute.
Melissa suggests I like Star Trek because everybody gets to wear the same thing every day. I like that Gregory is a BLQ stan, says Melissa as well. Yeah, I guess Gregory is really on the side of his son being happy with some lady.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, and his sons are on his side for him to be happy with Miss Stuck-Up Alexis.
He's gonna die. It's fine.
You think so?
You know, like Alexis and he are gonna be like, we just realize our attraction, and they start making out, and they do it, and then she's gonna wake up, and he too is dead.
So
and
this
she's just like,
is
why?
dumb. This is dumb and far-fetched, you guys. So, so you know, Gregory's he about to pass away, and he's a donor on his license. Okay. Uncle Victor will say, if he's still alive, hold up, I need the men's testicles.
Oh dear mother. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. I don't think that's going to fix this problem.
Dumb.
That's so ridiculous. I can't believe you said that for potentially the entire world to hear if they wanted to.
Guys.
All of Alexis's boyfriends die, says Amelia. Exactly. So, you know,
and all of Michael's girlfriends and wives die too.
You know, and then boom, he's out of there. And she wakes up in the morning. She's like, I can't. I am the angel of death, Alexis Davis. I can't do this anymore to people. If I bone a villain, they're gonna be fine, but they're gonna wreck my life. If I bone a good man, he's gonna immediately die. I can't do this. I can't be with anybody. I just need to move to Ohio, and then Alexis is gone from the show. Nah, Nancy Lee, she's gonna be on that show until she's 90. She's gonna be one of those characters that lasts
I think
like
Nancy
Monica.
Lee Brown will be on there a long time.
Yeah.
And I think if Nancy Lee ever leaves General Hospital, it's because that has been her idea. I don't see that coming.
Can you say that again?
I said I don't see Nancy Lee Brown leaving unless it's because it's her idea, and I don't see her having that idea either.
No. I think that she likes to. I think she likes the paycheck.
Well,
I think she likes playing Alexis. You know, she talks very fondly, but also like goofily, lightly about Alexis. You know, like she's very pointed about Alexis's failures as a human being. You know, she recognizes where Alexis is at fault just as a person. And talks about that, you know. I think that's an important aspect for people to remember when it comes to actors and the characters that they play. Is even though we're the audience and we have these thoughts about these characters, but our thoughts aren't unique to us. Like these actors and the producers and the writers, they all think the same thing. Mm-hmm. You know.
Maybe the reason why they've been giving Sam and Alexis a lot of scenes. Mm-hmm. Just the two of them.
Yeah.
And maybe that is ground for them unifying as Cassadine women to do something.
Maybe that's what we're getting. Hey, we're getting several weeks of this story. Then any number of things could develop because, you know, 3 weeks is 15 full episodes of General Hospital for any number of things to happen. And if you plot it right, if you pace it correctly, you know, you can get a lot done in 15 episodes that doesn't feel unnatural. So let's just hope for really the best here. Keisha's here.
I'm hoping
Keisha.
for a solid month going forward. I'm hoping for a solid month going forward of no filler episodes. And y'all know what a filler episode is. We've all seen them. No filler episodes for next month.
Mame Bilal? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that last word, but hey, Mame. And then Keisha's here. Hey, Keisha. She
Hi,
calls me Cousin
Keisha.
Matt. Hey,
Hey
I'm a
there.
cousin.
Yep. I enjoyed it all so much.
Oh,
What
sorry, I
other
was
notes you
dancing.
got there, Matt?
I was dancing. I'm sorry, I was dancing. Laura and Felicia are great together, and Valentin are great together. Cody and Sam, Cody with his trim face and his serious demeanor.
Mhm.
Trying to get out of trouble. I can't get a public defender. They're just gonna tell me to plead out.
Mhm.
Dante, I don't have time to help you. I've got missing people, so let's just get to the, and
Mhm.
then all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Diane's kind of cool. I like Diane. Just trust me,
Lovely.
Robert. You excited for Robert and Diane? Of course, you're excited for Robert and Diane. There's a
Yes,
whole section of
yes,
the
I
world out there
am.
that is
Yes, I am.
that is
And I
firmly
really like
against
the
it.
I really like the
Elegant.
conversation this
Hello,
week of
elegant.
Sonny and Dante.
Yeah.
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 I really like the conversation of the two of them.
Yeah.
And how Dante said, I already know, you already had someone in there. You had Diane is going to be going to be his lawyer for what?
Yeah.
He's the only person she's talked to.
Yeah.
So I think even Dante is starting to think like more than Jordan, because Jordan's going to get there though.
Uh-huh.
They are going to have to, everybody's going to have to be in the same camp,
Yeah.
even Sonny.
They all have to work together on this in order to stop Victor. And I think that's the point of the 60th anniversary. We're starting to see the little seeds get dropped, and then next week they're going to develop. They're going to grow. They're not going to be able to find the ship. They have a heading, but they're not going to be able to catch the ship because they don't know where the ship is. But they know where the ship might be, is at least the direction it's heading in. And then Laura can use her Cassadine knowledge to be like, that island there. That's where they're going.
I bet you.
And Scotty's going to jump out of a plane with a parachute on and be like, this time it was because I wanted to,
Was there for a minute this week too.
Do we think that Ace will somehow get lost and end up being adopted by TJ and Molly? Now that is a soap story, Melissa. That is a soap story and a half.
Like, and they adopt Ace and they don't know it's Ace?
Because Ace has gone missing on the island.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Mama Headroom's back.
Well, that could be true. That could happen.
That could happen.
They basically did that with Nicholas, but they didn't show it.
With Nicholas?
Nicholas was on the Cassadine Island for a long time.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And Laura didn't forget about him, but kind of forgot about him.
She was like, I just, left him behind and stopped thinking about him.
She had to leave him behind, I think.
I have a secret son that I just never mentioned. Sorry. It was for his safety.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she knew Luke was going to freak out.
And we can't have a freaked out Luke. We just can't have that. The guy who plays Victor's head guard is too big of an actor to be just a side character. Any number of things is going to happen in the next couple of weeks, folks. Oh, gosh, just so packed with adventure. It's so packed with adventure that I just find myself not really giving a big flying F about anything else that was happening this week, honestly. We talked about the stuff that was just the best, that we enjoyed.
The stuff on the Haunted Star is just delicious.
It is
and
delicious.
The fact that they took off on the Haunted Star, I love that, because I love the Haunted Star, man. What did I say a few months ago? Man, you know what they need to do? They need to build a Haunted Star set and use it. Didn't I say that?
You sure did. You sure did. It'll be like Wiley, but better. Yes, it would be like Wiley, but better. Hey, Stephanie. What are we talking about? A TV show or work? Oh, we're talking about a TV show. We're not talking about your life. I guarantee it, ma'am. I don't think that your son has been kidnapped and squirreled away out on the Haunted Star to be taken to some sort of secret island where a contingency plan virus has been held to be released upon the world, and with the hopes that Liesl Obrecht's brilliant doctoring will just keep us alive and everybody else they can fend for themselves.
Oh.
If that sounds like your life, I need you to write a book.
It seems like for Victor, the only human that he really, really is 100% wouldn't kill. Because he will kill Spencer. If he needed to kill Spencer to continue his plan, he would kill
he's
Spencer.
Ready to right now.
He's ready to right now. But he wouldn't kill Ace.
Oh, no, because he's got a spare, an heir, and a spare. Right
An
now it's
heir
still
and a
Spencer,
spare.
but Spencer. You're losing your value
You know
by
what?
the day.
You know what could save Trina if he finds, catches Trina. He's about to kill Trina. If Spencer puts up his hand. She's pregnant with my child. She's carrying a acidine heir. Can't kill her.
Hmm. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't either. You could be. Let's go. But I know it's ridiculous.
Let's do it, Ma. I mean, 60th anniversary. The more ridiculous, the better.
So there's another Cassadine heir out there.
Okay.
The Cassadine heir is Jordan Jordan has been lying all along, and TJ is adopted. And
TJ is actually Victor.
He's Nicholas and Gia's child.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Which makes him a Cassadine heir.
Oh, my goodness. TJ now with just 3 fathers.
And Gia is Taggart's baby sister.
I need three fathers. Okay, and then that makes him Trina's cousin. Oh goodness. It does.
But they still wouldn't be related.
I mean,
because Trina's not Taggart's.
It's right. Oh goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, it's too complicated. We can't do this. It's too complicated. This is why they don't go into it. This is why they never talk about it on the show. That's why they never explore things like, well, I guess I'm your cousin now, because it's just too hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too hard. With the amount of real fathers versus the person who raised me dynamics that exist on this show. Who is your family? Who isn't your family? What is right? What is wrong? When you put Dante and Sam together, people are like, ew, icky. They share a sibling, but they're not siblings themselves. They just share a sibling, a very young sibling, a sibling that didn't exist 12 years ago, a sibling that came about because their parents made a decision, not because they made a decision, but because their parents did.
I don't find it icky as long as you didn't know each other as children and play together at Grandma's house.
Yeah, they didn't. They weren't raised together or anything.
I don't find it icky like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. Now, in my own situation, would I have ever dated my stepbrother? Oh, hell no, I wouldn't have. But I was not raised with him. He and I did not meet each other until we were 17 and 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be icky? No, we didn't go play at Grandma's house.
You're not into it. You don't think it's not. The chat hates you, by the way, for suggesting that TJ could be a Cassadine, because then that would make Molly his cousin. So, you've lost our entire fan base because of that.
Well, I didn't think about that.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I guess that can't be true.
It can be true, because it's not like they're going to be able to have a baby, and that would be like the big disastrous thing. Like, finding out that somebody is actually your cousin, is sad and kind of, just really upsetting. But I don't think that's the end of the world. You didn't know. You didn't know. It's not like, it happens and then like you're immediately like God is like, oh, now I can't. There's no coming back from this. They didn't know and they did it anyway. It would be fine. Just sad. That's all. I think Dex is Jason's son. I don't know, man. I don't know, Carolyn. Whatever.
I think Dex is either. I think Dex. Well, you guys know I want Dex to be Dante and Brenda's love child.
I think he's just too white for that. Krista is sure that Dex is AJ's.
I like that too. If he's going to be I'd rather he be AJ's than Jason's.
I'd rather him be AJ's than Jason's as well. And then Amelia and Daisy both suggest that he should be a Cassadine. That secret other heir would be Dex.
Be the first blonde Cassadine I ever did see.
Dex could be Nicholas and Gia's son, says Medora. I don't know. Maybe Dex is it. Not TJ, but Dex. Honestly, I just don't see that TJ thing happening simply because he already has like 3 dads, and I don't think he needs a 4th.
Well, I don't really see it happening either. That was just nonsense.
You know, just so many. So Alexis's grandnephew, which would be TJ, who'd be married to her daughter Molly. Wow, says T Benny Honey. Yeah, it's true. It'd be weird. It'd be so weird. That's fine. They're gonna have their little issues. They're not gonna be able to have a baby. TJ's gonna be distraught about it. He's gonna like cheat on Molly or something, and then they're gonna have a baby, and he's gonna be like, what do I do? I found myself in a soap story. I've been trying to avoid this my whole life. One mistake. But now I have my own kid, and I didn't realize how important that was going to be to me. You know, not that I don't like the one that we adopted. I still love that kid, but it's different to have one that's actually really mine. The drama. And then you have all these all these letter writing Twitter campaigns where they're like, how dare he feel this way? People should be perfect on soap operas. They should never do this. He should realize that everything's the same. Family is family. I hate this show, but I'm going to keep on watching it.
Well, their soap operas wouldn't exist if there wasn't lying and deceit. Come on.
Right? Exactly. That's the whole purpose of them. What I mean, what here? You know, what do we have in the very first episode of General Hospital? We had, you want to be a pretty girl again, don't you? You want to be a pretty girl. We had that, which I will never forget. We had, tension between husband and wife because the husband was married to his job far more than he was married to his wife. I think there was a secret love affair between a nurse and a doctor. A secret love affair. A secret. And what do you do to keep a secret love affair? You have to lie. So it's been there from the very beginning.
And hide. You have to lie, and then you have to hide, and then you have to deny.
Right.
And then do it all over again.
Yeah. This week on Hospital of Thrones. That's funny, Melissa. That's funny. That's where all the cousin stuff happened. Even closer to that. Sorry, Mama Cat TJ can't be a Cassadine since he's with Molly. Molly would be his cousin. See, there we go. Daisy agrees too. You're crazy.
Well, Mama. I didn't think about that. You guys, y'all are right.
You got her. See, that's why there's a writer's room and not just one person writing something. Because if it was one person writing something, they could write that, and then everybody's like, "What?" And they're like, "Oh, I didn't think about it. Oops."
That's true.
Oh,
darn it, I didn't think about that. Now we need to have like a 3-headed baby.
And that takes a couple of generations to get there, but yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Oh no. Dex is a Cassadine son of Valentin and Alex Devane. Dex Renault. Oh gosh.
Well, maybe Dex is gonna be Marty's kid from that horrible second wife.
Dex Gray? Oh no.
Oh no. Spencer and Trina are leading characters now. You're going to have to be patient, says Krista, to the people who don't want to see more Sprina. I'm sorry. You know, I want you to have a voice here, and I want you to complain your little hearts out in this chat every week if you so choose. But unfortunately, we're not going to have any sort of impact on the direction of these characters. It is set in stone. It's happening.
It's more set in stone than you guys realize too, because they've already filmed all the way through the middle of May, right? And then there's a whole lot already on pages as well.
Yeah, that stuff isn't going to change. Not wildly and drastically. T Bounty Honey has watched General Hospital since 1963. Long time.
It's the very beginning.
It's the very beginning. I'm waiting for Victor to hold up a tarot card and put Drew under his spell again, says Carolyn. Maybe we still have that, I mean, we broke the hypnotism off screen by Kevin, Maybe there's one left, another layer we never knew about.
Wow, any number of things can happen.
Any number of things can happen.
Involved in this story. Why else would I get involved? Unless it was to be put under his spell and become a bad guy again for a little while.
Okay, you're with me here.
And then, through the power of my love for Carly, okay, I'm going to overcome that, and then I'm going to shake Victor's hand, and I'm going to convince him of the errors of his ways, and he's going to get himself up.
Yeah. Like that. You know what he should do? Reach out to shake Uncle Victor's hand. And as soon as he does, puts a death grip on it, pulls his butt forward to him, takes his other hand and grabs him by the throat.
Oh, you just love that
Right.
Jason move, don't you? That
Yeah, I
Jason.
do.
Ooh, you love it. You love it. Left a little Shiloh blood on the wall. I know.
Mhm.
I know. You remember that. You love that. Ooh, there's going to be a fight coming, Ma. I know you're excited for it. Carolyn says I'm too funny. Oh, I'm sorry for being too funny. I hope you're going to be okay for being too funny. I just want to be the right amount of funny. You know, I don't want to be too much for somebody. I wonder if Ryan is alive and Kevin is dead. Now that would be fun. You know, the digital memory swap was a full ass real rape, real brain swap, and the body of Kevin is dead because Ryan was in it. And that leads into what we were talking about last week, where the brain fractures and Kevin is Ryan.
Oh, I'm all for the fracture.
Yeah,
I'm all for the Kevin fracture.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. It's gonna be super fun. So you know, there's that coming. So they already have plans, like we said, like we just said. It's already set. You know,
For the next 6 months, it is.
if there's enough stuff
At
out
least
there,
4.
yeah, if there's enough stuff out there for things to be spoiled, then yeah, it's pretty sad, isn't it? Right? We
Yeah.
need Jason and Luke to show up on the boat. Oof, that's certainly not happening.
Not the Jason that you're referring to. No, there might be a Jason show up, but it ain't gonna be Steve Burton.
No. Only
I would love to. Oh my god!
could they get Billy Miller back? Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be something?
And they don't talk about the face.
Wouldn't
They
it
don't
be
talk about
so?
the face.
Wouldn't it be so stinking funny that if the first scene they had of Billy Miller playing Jason would be the elevator doors opening?
Jason, yeah. So I needed facial reconstruction surgery after the rocks fell on me, and I thought, who better than to look like Drew?
It worked for him. We know it's a bone structure and a feature that can be done.
And then Cameron Matheson, who has the new face, with no explanation. They just accept it. They just take it. It's like, you know, when you recast Roger Howarth as a new character and everyone's just like, you're not Franco anymore. You know? Oh, gosh. Austin and Ava. Let's get more of that. AJ was such a whiner, so he doesn't need anymore. Okay, that's fine. But AJ doesn't have any kids. You know? That's all.
AJ has
Michael.
Michael.
Going back and forth.
Michael is AJ's.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that's going to be interesting, says Melissa. I believe that she's talking about John Lindstrom's potential personality split between Kevin and Ryan.
Oh, I think John could just wrap his acting around that so hard. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. I just need to see. So there's all kinds of other like classical depictions of this. That, you know, there's One Life to Live's Vicky, right? Vicky and Nikki, who they would just slide in to the other one depending on what the circumstances were, right?
And sometimes they'd play each other.
Right. So there's that aspect, which is super fun, super classic, super soapy. You've got the Lord of the Rings approach, where, you know, you have like the character talking to themselves, just being, you know, without a reflective surface, but just like different camera shots, you know, what was it, that Wayne's World, camera A, camera B, camera A, camera B, Wayne's World.
Yeah.
So they do that,
and,
right?
You know, the kind of little, you know, the devil and...
Yeah. And the lighting's different, you know, where it's like brightly lit here, but it's dark here. Brightly lit on this side. You know, the classic Captain Kirk from the original series. I'm Captain Kirk. That one. And then there's the third one where you are acting in a reflection, right? But the reflection is different. You know, the mirror is
That's
Ryan.
what they did with Natalie and Janet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like, so Natalie's on one's in the real world. There's Natalie, but the reflection is Janet. But they're independent of each other. It's not like Natalie goes like this and Janet goes like this too. You know, so that's super fun, and I think that John Lindstrom would be able to nail that one right out of the park. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they go about doing this. Maybe it's all of them. Amelia loves Cameron Matheson but can't stand Drew. Melissa says Drew just needs more to do, and I agree with you on that. Drew needs more to do.
I agree.
And then Melissa follows up, do you think the personality break between Kevin turning into Ryan is what's going to make him focus hard on Esme? Will Kevin stalk Esme? I think no. I think that if we do have some sort of like Kevin takes on some of the traits of Ryan type of deal, it will be far more quiet and still quite sinister, you know? Ryan wound up with these grandiose plans of kidnapping and stuff, and Kevin wouldn't do that. Kevin would be far more cerebral about it. Like crazy villainous, but not Heinrich Faison style of wackadoodle, you know?
Right. More of a thoughtful, more intelligent nut.
Yes, a thoughtful and intelligent nut. I'm with it. I am with it. Yes, that's exactly it. Genie likes crew. We're good. Tracy might be coming back this week, says T Bonnie Honey. So hey, I know that was definitely coming up very soon. Now she was involved with the Ice Princess. She was married to Luke, so she could come. Maybe that's who Felicia's going after then, is Tracy and not Holly, or both.
Maybe.
Or
Maybe.
both. See, Kevin
Well,
being as
a dream come true for me would be Luke is on that damn island. Wherever they wind up, Luke is there. And somehow, some way, he thwarts Uncle Victor again.
I think they killed the wrong person, says Amelia. Maybe Kevin will kill as Ryan. Oh my goodness, I don't know. Any number of different things could be happening coming up very soon once Victor Cassadine is out of the way.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss Victor though. I'm gonna miss Victor.
He was a good addition.
He's a good addition, and he's he's a great one on your impression list, Matt.
I know. We need to make sure that whoever comes through, I can do a good impression of.
We need to hire somebody, you guys, with a quirky little personality, a little distinctive things in his voice, where Matthew can.
I really need to sink my teeth into that. All right, I especially need a distinctive voice to emulate. I've lost my Nicholas. Nicholas isn't there anymore.
I know.
Now we've got a different Nicholas who's going to be much louder and much more engaged with what Nicholas should be.
Nicholas might wind up
Victor
on
is
that.
on the way out. I don't have Peter anymore either, because Peter is dead. I don't have it. I don't have it. It's really upsetting. So, I need something. And it can't be like, and it can't be like Ms. Wu is now the bad guy, because I can't do that other than my other kit. But I can't, do anything past that. Otherwise we walk into the world of stereotype and racism, and I'm just not here for that, I can't do an Asian accent. It would just be wrong.
I agree.
So hey. Amelia misses Peter. Spencer seemed concerned about Esme. Oh, well, Spencer doesn't want anybody to die.
No, Spencer doesn't want anybody.
He also seemed to wonder in Ace's life when it came to the push of it. I don't know about that, but I just think that he is, he's just a big old softy.
And Uncle Victor's saying how he's going to groom Ace to be a Cassadine, and I put it, kind of like make him a prisoner too, and groom him to be a Cassadine, and he will. And well, that happened to that just fires up Spencer even more, because that was done to Spencer.
Yeah, totally.
That was done to Spencer. Oh man, his grandmother Helena, she really groomed him as a child. And the whole manners thing that they insist that how they behave and stuff, and how you have to take Latin, and you have to learn this, and you have to learn that, you have to do this, and you have to do to be a Cassadine.
Cassadine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like Uncle Victor doesn't even see a Cassadine. Well, at least not a male one. He doesn't even see them as they're separate from the rest of the human race.
Well, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Like
he's clearly said, we're better.
Yes. It's just amazing to me anytime I hear something like that in real life or in film. It's like, folks really believe it. Wow.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness gracious, Mom. We finally made it back to shore.
My arms are tired. I can't do another thing today.
We cannot row anymore. Bye, Krista. Oh, I believe that Olivia Jerome is the mob boss, says T Bonnie, honey, for sure. Olivia Jerome is in full control of Nicholas, even if it's being controlled from jail. Cyrus kind of was like, "You need to be worried about Olivia Jerome." And this was weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and
Yes,
weeks
it
and weeks
was.
and weeks ago.
Yes.
I need Faith Roscoe back. I don't know who that is. That's okay.
He was a good villain too.
Well,
I
then
don't
let's
remember
bring him
that
back.
much about her really. What I remember about her is that she kidnapped all the babies.
All the babies, huh?
But she had Michael. She had Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
She had kidnapped them. And I believe that's where she got killed too. Was when they caught up with her and she had the kids.
It's the baby napper. I don't know nothing about that. I'll have to go to YouTube and check it out. But we're gonna go find the PCPD and let them know that Victor Cassadine has stolen the haunted star. Hopefully, nobody has figured this out yet. You know, I'd love to save the day. You know, I need to give them a full list of everybody that's on that boat. Hopefully, they haven't figured that out yet. We can tell them the heading that the boat was on. So hopefully nobody knows that either. I saw them strap the transponder to a buoy. So, you know, whatever they're detecting, that's not the real location of the boat. And so hopefully that'll be useful information to them that they don't already know.
Hopefully.
All right.
Hopefully.
Where's the PCPD? Oh, it's that little shack at the end of town.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised though if somebody don't wind up on a lifeboat.
Liesel.
Be surprised if somebody winds up on a lifeboat.
I say Josh should call her Uncle Jerry. All right, there we go, Daisy. Uncle Jerry.
There you go. Now that is a crazy fool that's right up there with right up there with Uncle Victor.
Well, there we go.
He's twirling his mustache just as hard as Uncle Victor would be. For sure.
Well, maybe he's on the island. All right, folks. I'm getting out of here. I don't know about y'all. You all can chill if you want, but I'm gonna go.
Okay.
All right.
I think we ought to go.
I would. We gotta go to the hospital and find the elevator. Go to the 10th floor, and then come back down so we can get into the parking garage. Oh, thanks for joining us, folks. You know, you can find it. You know, you go to your car, you can turn your radio to previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. And if you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, reach out to me on Twitter at 10th floor GH. Give us a follow. Talk about General Hospital all week long. Tag us so we know, you know, what to interact with.
Yeah.
You know, that's helpful. Past that, you know, there's Twitter, Instagram, which I don't really update all that often, but it exists. You know, you could buy us a coffee on buymeacoffee.com/10th floor. No GH, no podcast, but just 10th floor. Support the show if you can, if you want to. Any number of different things are there. Lee will get you your mug, I promise. Yeah, go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next time right here on the 10th floor. Bye.
Bye, guys.